I mean, I'll make some stuff.
What time she like?
Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this scripted before. The top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off the bye week,
Congratulations.
taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer.
That's why I ain't trying to get up this morning.
You talking about your mama?
Yeah.
Talking about her mama? You put my car seat in there. Y'all gonna ride together. You Jordan. you because I know I'm probably if this game take longer.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. They'll give it to the back. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. That'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Dogs want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll touch it dead at about the 40. It's going to be a long day. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick release on the RPO. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Sooners want to move quickly. The give and the run on 4th down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Got a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On the move. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Fires to the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
And how about that? That's the 1st INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got room at the 35. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. They're trying to get to it. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Pulls it and fires to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to...
Running toward the tape. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll pull it down.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They'll line up for a second down play. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
On second down, he'll fire. Buys a little time. Looking down the left side. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. At midfield, he's got room. He's into the open down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. It's a fumble. The defense scoops it up and they're bringing it back.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 25. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. Trying to find his man in the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. At the 45 on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Floating away. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Okay, ready? 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, a 4th down.
I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it inside the 25.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5.
The returner is tackled down in the 15, and the overall offense will take over 1st and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide out in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first half performance. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
Ball carried by the running back. 2-3. 2nd down coming up.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. is looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And the Sooners send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The offense in hurry-up mode. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. Got rid of it just in time. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner goes down. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll run it to the right side. At the 35, he's open. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. On the move from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Sooners moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half. Get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? They'll try to get the first through the air. Steps away to find some room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold him to a field goal.
And they get him down.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quickly complete. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the two-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive.
Oh, look out on the right. Inside the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
On the play, 4th Fourth down coming up.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Rifles it down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
They'll throw it on first down. Still looking on the move.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, how did he make that move? There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 28, Georgia 16.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Check, check. 42, Spider.
It's a reverse. And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home, makes a great play for a loss.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's right on target. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He'll throw on third down. Buying some time. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing, and you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. With jet sweep pass. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch around the 50. Oh, the quick spin move. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll run play action. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback will audible. On fourth down, going to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
For the offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Moving away from pressure. Lets it fly. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
This defense might be reeling after those last two, and now facing first and goal. Trying to pound it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on second and goal?
29 Philly.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
They're bringing heat. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the comeback is on. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 9 to Northern Illinois. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field to score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. It's caught. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The give and tick, 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 tick. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's